Hello everyone, how you guys doing? This is Bantu Queen. I hope you're doing well. I'm fine. So yes, another one of this breastfeeding video, but this one is a bit different. First of all, before I continue, please, uh if this is your first time coming across my channel, my video, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me a message, let me know what you think about my video. So yes, we're gonna talk about breastfeeding, a different aspect of breastfeeding. Today, I want to kind of like tackle the misconceptions around breastfeeding. So I'm gonna be looking down sometime because I want to make sure that I get everything the way that it's supposed to be. See, with a child who is like over what, they will tell you that your child is too old to be breastfed, even though they have no understanding around breastfeeding really and what breastfeeding does to kids. So that's why I want to do those misconceptions and kind of go through it. The misconception number one: 1 year old child that breastfed is not eating proper food or drinking anything else than breast milk. Ooh, wrong. Absolutely wrong, because we know that most mothers introduce solid food from 6 months. Some even start at 4 months, and most kids actually normally eat properly, unless that they have some other issue. But if a child doesn't have issue, most children actually it's quite easy when we start introducing new food to babies. It seems as if they will like everything, and then later on they kind of start being fussy, where they will stop eating everything that they used to love before. This is just you after that to start introducing different things or introduce food differently. So breastfeeding a child does not stop a child from eating properly. You know, by experience, my own experience, my children always eat very, very well from the moment they start eating. And to the extent that sometimes I always thought that because they're eating that well, they're not gonna request to nurse that much. But I was wrong. Actually, it doesn't matter how much they eat, they're still gonna ask to be breastfed. So that's what it is. And also drink everything, to drink water, to drink juice and everything else. So misconception number two: the immunities in the mother milk are insignificant after the first few months. Yes, I hear a lot of people saying, when I say yes, I'm not saying yes, that is true. I'm saying yes about the misconception. I hear a lot of people saying it. I hear a lot of people saying it with a lot of affirmation, like very convinced about what they were saying. But it's completely wrong. That's not true at all. The immunities in the mother milk continue as long as breastfeeding continues. And it doesn't matter the age, Actually, some of the immunities in the breast milk increase with their age, the extended breastfeeding. Actually, you kind of notice that the longer the woman breastfeed, the more there are benefits. The more there are benefits for the mother, but also specifically for the child. Because a lot of people used to think that the longer when you, like I said, a lot of people will tell you that after 3 months, there's no need to breastfeed because breast milk is almost like water. Some will say 6 months, some will say 1 year. But the truth is that the longer you breastfeed, actually, if you breastfeed, there's more benefit when you breastfeed over 2 years old. So extended breastfeeding children have fewer illnesses too. When they say extended breastfeeding is every breastfeeding that go over beyond 1 year old. So they have few illnesses. And when they do get sick actually, the illness don't last long. Children who are weaned before the age of 2 are more likely to be sick. And those who are weaned after 2 get sick very rarely. Misconception number 3. Mother's milk become less nutritious after the first year. No, that's not true. It's wrong. Mother milk continues to produce substantial amounts of nutrient well beyond the first year. Most of those nutrients are especially designed for brain growth. That's why we see that breastfeeding children. I'm not saying that children who are not breastfed are not smart. I'm just saying that from my own experience and for what I saw, breastfeeding children are very, very bright, very quick. You will see a 1-year-old child able to actually speak properly. You know, when they get to 2 years, that they're speaking fluently, that everybody's like, hard. How old are they? Me, I get that every time. And I got that for all my kids. People constantly ask me, how old are my kids? Because they speak so well. And they're very, very bright, very intelligent. They register everything very, very quick. So I'm not the only one saying it. You know, research confirm it. All the big, like the American academic or physician, all of them confirm this. It's not me. It's not me coming from me. Those are just facts. So, misconception number 4. Breastfeeding over a year makes a child overly dependent and can cause psychological harm. I hear that also a lot. Oh, seriously, I hear that a lot. Sometimes it's just so annoying. Actually, no, absolutely not. You know, so I'm going to read. On the contrary, meeting a child need for breastfeeding foster independence and the child won't developmental timetable. Yes, because I also noticed that my child always like over what they expected of them. Obviously, I'm not that many children are like that, but it's very, very true. So when it comes to independence, I also hear that a lot of my first, they say both research and experience of mothers worldwide shows that children who nurse past a year have excellent social skills. That's very true. There's no upper limit to the direction of breastfeeding, and no evidence of psychological or developmental harm have been found. The American Academy of Family Physicians note that the natural age of weaning in human has been estimated to be between 2 and 7. Yes, actually, so a 7-year-old being breastfed. I might not be able to do that, but I have no problem with that. Those is not my baby. Those are not my breasts. Misconception number 5. Mothers only continue breastfeeding past infancy for the one benefit. So that was I also hear that a lot. So what you have to understand that you cannot force a child who do not have the need to breastfeed. You cannot force a child to breastfeed. That's just impossible, you know. Then again, a mother typically continue breastfeeding because the child is not ready to be weaned. Yes. Plus, the mother is also mindful of the continual health and emotional benefits for the child. That's just so logical. I don't know why people always trying to make it ugly, to make it for what is not. That's just what it is. You know what? From the moment you start breastfeeding your child, you see all these benefits. You see that your child is rarely sick. You see that when you're taking your child to play group or something like that, everybody has a child with a runny nose and winter. Your child knows is dry. You know, your child really good. You see all those things. So obviously you wanna maintain it as long as possible, and as long as the child still want it. You're not gonna force the child to breastfeed if they don't want to breastfeed. It's just impossible. Misconception number 6. Breastfeeding mothers need to wean for fertility to return. Breastfeed during pregnancy is not safe. Wrong and wrong. Actually, many women got pregnant during breastfeeding. That happened to me. I also breastfed during pregnancy, and there were no issue. So this is not just me. Research show that there's no harm. There's no actually that breastfeeding in is considered compatible with healthy pregnancy. Yes, I breastfed up to 7 months old, 7 months pregnant, up to when I was 7 months pregnant, and I only stopped because actually my milk dry out, which can sometimes happen to some women. Okay, misconception number 7: once a baby can ask for it, it's time to quit. That's very, very funny one. You know, a baby never stop asking for it actually. A baby never, from the moment they come out of the belly, they never stop asking for it. If you put a newborn baby with just few minutes old close to the mom, they will find a way to move towards the nipple. It's just an instinct. It's just natural. Then baby will cry also to tell you that they need to breastfeed. And actually, I was actually so 4 months old baby. I actually researched that, and I found out 4 months old baby were able to sign milk, to do the sign milk, sign language. So just because not your baby have developed some fine motor skills to the extent that they can actually verbalize it to the way that you can understand, you consider that they're too old because they can ask for it, but they never stop asking for it. They've always have a way to communicate to ask for it, So that could just tell you that a child is not, from the moment they come out of the belly, they have skills. They have skills. It might be skill for life. It might it might be just instant, but they have those skills. So the child never stop asking for it. Misconception number 8: breastfeeding a child with teeth, no way. Yeah, I hear that a lot. I hear a lot of people saying that once the teeth are out, there's no way I will let those teeth close to my nipples. But what you need to understand is that the first teeth that come out are the bottom one. And those bottom don't come anywhere closer to your nipple when the baby is nursing, because the tongue covered the teeth. And also when the baby have the upper one that comes out, you have to understand that biting, nipping your nipple, and suckling it's two completely different things. The baby, when the baby is hungry and they want to nurse, or when the baby have the need to nurse, the idea is not to go and nip you, no. And then again, you also have to read your baby body language. You should be able to know when your baby is done, when your baby is satisfied that they don't want anymore. Because if they don't want anymore, your nipple is still in their mouth, maybe they did not move the mouth like they would normally do, that moment the man nip you, and it's very painful. But the thing is that I'm breastfeeding almost a 2.5-year-old child. It never nip me, never. It never. When it started at the beginning, when it started having teeth, they will try. But when they try, you express to them clearly that no, that's not funny. They'll stop it and understand very well. Children are very, very smart. I don't understand why people always think that children, I don't know. You just need to communicate. Believe me, they understand everything. They understand. And then they know this is a lifeline. So if they mess with you and you decide you're not going to give them anymore, they don't want to do that. They don't want to. Unless they're done with breastfeeding, they don't want to anymore. And maybe you're kind of like trying to maintain it. But if your child is still willing to breastfeed, they're not going to be biting you. They're not going to be doing that. Because they know that will be the end of it. So you know what, I'm going to stop there. I thought that the video will be shorter than this, but I end up having another long video, so it's okay. So I'm going to stop there. I might come later for more misconception, but for now, we're going to stop there. So on this, take care of yourself. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you, and take care of yourself.